Alrighty. So, yes, we're discussing our world and what the heck it is and why we're here and what we're doing. We had basically decided, not a whole lot, but kind of like the foundations of it. So like there's a civil war going on, and the two sides are the two sides of a magocracy. One side's more wizard-ish, like book magic, like learning, like go to magic school, learn magic, do magic. This has more like dark magic based. Like, why learn magic when we can just get it from stuff and waste our time doing that, and we'll just get it and have the power. There's literally no consequences, and they don't like each other. So thusly, civil war. The party was at some kind of event at some kind of higher class monarchy ruler kind of guy place. So how about Sarah? What do you think? Who do you think you were? Like, whose like mansion or villa or wherever you guys were at? Who do you think was throwing the party?
It was one of the wealthier landowners in the area. He's not at the very top, but that's part of the reason he was throwing this party. He was trying to,
Okay, cool.
make connections and increase his goodwill with the other people around. And of course, there's lots of political sneakiness going on at the same time.
He was like fairly enough to have some power, but like he wanted more, and so it was like
he wants more.
Yeah. Being thrown. Yeah. So his daughter was involved. How do you think his daughter? How do you think his daughter was involved?
Can we say that the party was attacked by zombies, basically?
Cool.
Oh man, necromancers.
The warlocks summoned zombies like right in there somehow.
That's cool.
And
maybe
his daughter was involved in this. Maybe she didn't want to get married, so she worked with the warlocks to fuck everything up. Maybe she hates her father. I don't know that our characters know this or not, but
that
sounds like pretty insider information.
Yeah.
The party
the party was like I'm gonna throw a party to find someone for my daughter to marry, so I can get cooler.
Yeah.
That's
in the zombie.
She's just like, no fucking way.
Right,
the zombie
I've been secretly practicing necromancy and warlock stuff, and
so I really like the idea of the daughter being the one that just like and like zombies come up, and then everyone's like, "Oh shit!"
And the zombie bites are infectious, so if you get bit, you'll turn into one. And I think maybe we open the scene, and most of the people already zombified, and maybe we're like holed up in like a room just trying to keep them away, and we got to figure out how to get out of the mansion.
Sure. And there's going to be something I kind of just want to dig into as we work our way through this, is that were we all invited to the party as a group or independently?
Yeah, that's what I was about to kind of get to, is like why we're
forced together by certain,
basically.
I'd prefer we all knew each other beforehand, just so we didn't have to be like, why am I with this guy?
Kind of included into the thing is like that's also like we're gonna be figuring out bonds like once we kind of get things more set. But yeah, basically the kind of one of the tenets of like the first session is that you don't have to be like best buddies, but you all know each other and you're generally allies, and so that's why like you're together doing something. That can change, like you guys can get pissed off at each other later on, but like as of this moment, you all are like generally good or like okay with each other.
Yeah.
At least.
There's so many games where the GM didn't bother to have anyone figure that out, and I have to sit there and like really think like why.
Yeah. And that's cool because like that's included into all of this because like the bonds are going to be how you know each other and what that relationship is like. And so I wanted to get those like I want to get like the world kind of set, and you guys like to come up with some more stuff about the world and your characters before we say, because like the bonds can be a little hard when like we don't have things yet. So that's why I was kind of waiting a little bit at least for the bonds to kind of get writ.
So kind of throw an idea out there that as we kind of work our way out of this zombie horde in this like manse or villa or wherever we end up being, that we kind of like intersperse flashbacks. And they don't need to be like full flashback scenes, but we kind of flash back into like past adventures together, and like, you know, maybe Sharkoso will yell to Akula, "It's like, this reminds me of that time that we, you know," type stuff. And I think we have a lot of room to kind of fill out that backstory as we make our way out of here and have that be the whole scene and like intro to the party.
Yeah, I kind of like that actually. So, I guess if any of you have an idea for a bond right now, we can come up with it. But if you would also like to come up with a bond as we play and like just have something form up while like in a flashback scene,
I have mine ready now.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
they're not terribly complicated.
Gotcha.
So Cress believes that nature is all about balance, right, Cress? Kind of, because you're neutral. It's okay if that's not true.
Probably.
Okay. Yeah, and again, like the bonds are like,
or at least your perception
comes up with a
of
bond
could be that.
disagree with, you can like the bonds like we have to like both players have to like agree to a bond before it's like set. So like if someone's like, this character is really really stupid and I'm gonna make them smart, you can say, well, I'm not that stupid. But like both players
or
have, like,
my bond is I'm gonna kill everybody first scene.
Kill everyone.
You know. Don't agree to that one. Game will be kind of not that interesting. So Chris believes nature is all about balance. I will show her that it is only about power and violence.
Cool.
Oh, baby.
Giles has a mysterious power, but I will show him that nothing beats a good axe.
Awesome.
All these are vaguely threats, so
not quite. It's just kind of implying.
Threats. Implied threats, right? Sharkosi, his sword is way too big to be wielded correctly. I'll have to find him something else. Really, he just doesn't know how combat works.
I'm looking forward to our Gimli and Legolas jabs.
He's not dismounting horsemen. He doesn't need a huge sword like that. Just find you a decent hand axe.
All right, so now let's kind of dig into them a little bit. So, Chris, is that's true? Then you're kind of there's a balance. Do you think that there's like a balance to nature, and your job is to kind of preserve that?
I think that I probably feel like. Yeah, to some extent, I would feel like I'm part of nature. Like, I believe that nature will ultimately balance itself out you know, the basic like, survival of the fittest type of way that things will kind of, you know, ecosystems will reach an equilibrium. And I am part of that. If I see a way that I can aid in whatever's going on that but so I really not that, you know, small acts balance each other out, but on the larger scale
larger scale kind of. Okay, cool.
Kind of
so
balance out.
Do you think there was like an event that made it so that defined your relationship between you and Akula, that he like knows that you believe in this kind of balance? Like you say something? Did he find you like not taking or inaction? Like you didn't take part in the event because you knew it was going to balance itself out eventually.
Maybe I was just killing lots of animals.
For sport.
You don't need to kill
animals. And I called you a dick, and that's how you found it out.
I will show you the violence of the answer.
I have an idea, and like, you know, neither of these are my characters, so feel free to shoot it down. But like maybe she was really gung ho about quelling like some kind of demonic or like necrotic like animal infestation or something, and like she was the one really pushing us to go out and like kill these like fell beasts or like, you know, some kind of like zombie wolves or something like that, and saying like, no, this is wrong and we need to go save the forests. And we're like, normally we're the ones saying we need to go kill people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like that. Maybe there was something unnatural, and I felt that was my duty to help restore balance in that situation.
Cool. All right, and then, so, what did Giles do to make you like just think he's a complete weirdo?
I mean, I've just seen him casting magic. I don't understand magic.
I have an intelligence of 8. That's me though. I have an intelligence of 8.
How do you wizard then?
So just the fact
I
that
don't. I smash.
you just the fact that you saw him casting magic, that just that was
Yeah,
weird.
I mean, I think for the
Uh-huh.
northern tribes, magic is a pretty mysterious thing. It's not
Okay.
the studied arcane art that it is here. So, yeah. But I still think I could just hit him with an axe and split his head in two, and all his magic and pretense wouldn't mean anything.
Yeah. Can't cast a spell if you're cut in half.
I hope he sees the error in his ways and does some push-ups or something.
And then
Big and strong, like.
and then the one with Shar was about his was it about his sword again?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just
It's far too big.
stupid sword. I don't know why he's wielding it. He should just be using something that's like more agile and quick, like a good Viking hand axe.
Cool.
What Shar thinks about that is maybe a really big mace will make him feel better about this. Maybe he won't laugh at a really big mace.
Yeah.
Cool.
Totally
Just a
different.
different size, shaped.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, cool. Did anyone else have any have a bond? How about Giles? Did you have any bonds that you thought of right now with anybody else?
Well, I'm gonna go with Aquila. I'm sorry, but you're just woefully misinformed about the world. I'll have to teach you what I can.
Cool.
It's true. He doesn't know a lot about the world. He's not even from here, so yeah.
We will teach you our strange ways.
He will teach. Cool. Did you have one for Shar or Cress yet, or did you want to figure that out as we kind of go along?
I mean, I'm just looking at the ones that they suggested. I do kind of like those. And I can see Cress keeping an important secret from me. Just the way that she acts, there's something that she knows that the rest of us don't.
Hmm.
And then Sharkosi. Yeah, you will play an important role in events to come. I've seen it. It's the big mace sword.
He wields it kind of like a mace, so he can understand the confusion.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, this isn't a mace. It's actually a sword. If you look,
It's just
very
a really
carefully,
sharp
it has
mace.
sharp edges right here and here.
Yeah.
Hard to see. Hard to see.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
perfectly done.
That's
All right,
the one I
so-
needed right there.
Cress, what is a secret that you know that Giles knows about but doesn't know the secret?
I think Maybe I know something about the magic that these wizards are using, like.
Oh, cool. So maybe like you like doing your ranger foresty stuff. Maybe you wandered onto like a ritual that was being done or something like that.
Yeah, or found like an ancient, like a ruin that held,
Cool.
carvings or remnants of scrolls.
Yeah.
Maybe I learned, some small about what this magic, was like in the past or something.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Terrible secret about the magic we're using. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Of some long forgotten. And Giles, what did you see that let you know that Shar is going to play such an important role?
I had just a vision of him standing over a horde of bodies. I didn't know if they were with us or opposed to us, but his sword was just held high, dripping with blood and a gross of dead bodies or undead bodies below him.
Cool. I think that also works in with the bond that I was going to put for you, Giles. Was that I was making it up as Giles has knowledge that I need. So I will get him to help me.
Perfect.
And so I think there's probably in our travels together, Shar has been kind of like poking at you and trying to figure out his problems and seeing how you can help him solve them.
Yeah.
So I feel like we probably shared some stuff together.
Yeah, it's just like grade school, Giles. The big guy with the muscles following you around trying to get you to solve his math homework for him.
Don't give me your lunch money. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Fresh. Did you have any bonds that you had thought of so far?
Yeah, I think I've decided.
Okay.
Giles does not understand life in the wild, so I will teach him.
Needs to get out more.
Yeah. I'll pay him to spend so much time with those books. Not good for a guy. I think Akula has no respect for nature, so I have no respect for him.
Ooh. Yeah, and that fits in with the it kind of like it fits in with his, like he thinks like you're just too naturey and that there's balance to it, and you're just like no, you gotta respect it, yo.
Yeah.
He's just like survival of the fittest.
Yeah. And Cool's like, no, I'm the fittest.
Right.
Yeah.
And then perhaps I have guided Charcosi before, and he owes me for it.
Cool.
Sure. Yeah. Maybe that's how you and I met or something. It was like my first catch. So I'll go out ahead and throw this out there. Then you would know Kosi. You would have met Kosi.
The actual Kosi? Like,
yes.
From? Oh.
Yeah. We were undertaking the Kar Rahani, which is the name I had for this, together. And so we were on Earth at the same time, undergoing these trials.
Cool. Matt. So, who was Kosi to you?
Kosi was Shar's best friend, childhood, just together, and they were ultimately like lovers, and just they were set to take over the world together type deal.
Yeah, cool.
Until he died.
Did he die in battle, or was it something dishonorable?
He was betrayed.
Oh.
Why Shar is no longer with his people. He was
I think you
sacrificed
did it.
in some way. No.
Okay.
No. Shar thinks they did it. He's
Okay.
reasonably certain that they did it. So he cast them off and
Okay, cool.
dropped the name that they gave him and took on Kosi's and is like,
Okay, yeah, cool.
my people have underfallen like a great evil or something like that.
Yeah.
They've lost their way, and so I will perpetuate our legacy as like something that's good.
Gotcha. Awesome.
And he also wants major fucking revenge, and he wants his friend back. I think that's what Giles knows is like, where do dead people go, and how do we get them back?
Ah. Yeah, cool.
Because he wasn't just killed; he was like sacrificed to like a demonic overlord as part of their people's like deal with the devil.
Oh.
So he just wants his friend back, but he's going to tear down all of 7 hells if he needs to.
Cool. Yeah.
That's also where the chain is from. So the chain is like, it's kind of like, it's not a wedding band. It's not quite as formal as that, but it's symbolically similar.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so like, yeah, you interlock the 2 different chains.
So Kosi was the one that like you made that with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. And Kosi had the matching pair.
Gotcha. So do you have bonds for the other 2, or did you want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I suppose that works then if she was my guide. That makes more sense than the bond I was going to do. I was going to pull one from the Druid book. Smells more like prey than a hunter, but I like has helped me a great deal in the past, and I will owe her.
Okay. Yeah. So you got just kind of the reverse of it. Cool.
Yeah. So Giles, he knows stuff I need, and I will get him to help me get my friend back. And then for Akula, it is simply that Akula shares my hunger for glory. The earth will tremble at our passing.
Awesome.
Not just the earth, everything. All realms of creation will tremble at our passing.
All will tremble. Awesome. Sweet. Okay. Think. Yeah, alrighty. I think we're actually good to start this off then. We have our characters. We have how they know each other.
There's actually a zombie audio track on Tabletop Audio.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
You want to listen to that?
Can't search the Tabletop Audio one? Oh, found it. Oh, there it goes. Cool. That's creepy. Alrighty.
Are you playing it in Roll20 or?
I was. The audio was a little off for me. I'll look into it later, and I can actually have it playing regularly, but the volume was off. I can look into that later.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So probably just a couple more, couple things. Actually, no. Yeah, we're actually just good to go. Alrighty. Oh, wait, did we figure out why you guys are here in the first place?
We never did. I don't think.
Right. Yeah, let's get
Doesn't
that.
matter now.
Mhm.
Everyone's zombies.
So, I've been thinking just that there's been major power plays by like the various factions trying to like build up their militaries, and pull in neutral people.
So we're just kind of trying to be recruited for the army, basically.
Okay, yeah. So like the party was like all around, like literally not for his daughter like at all, but like it was like that was like the pretext for it was, oh no, it's my daughter, like it's her like it's her engagement party, it's gonna be super cool. But literally it was just, I want more power, I'm gonna marry her off and then also have people come that I can be like, hey, join up with me.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So you guys, so let's see, give this bro a name.
Giving bros names.
Yeah. All right. So
You're
Do you use fantasy name generator? I know. I turned it off because my internet's been a bit.
oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, if you want to just
Hopefully things will stabilize in a second.
all good. Okay. Yeah. So basically, the man who is throwing this event, his name's Duke Silvermane. He knows magic, and so that's kind of like he knows enough magic to be like in the like have some political power, but mostly he's like just that typical like sniveling guy who just does whatever he can to make his way up. He's like he's like a duke. He's not quite up like in the top layers or whatever, but he's got some land, he's got some stuff near. It's basically like a big mansion. Like that's his house. He like lives in the city when he's doing stuff, but he's got this big mansion outside the city. He's got like a ton of acres.
How much of this matters anymore, though? Is he alive? Did his daughter succeed in killing him?
We're just setting it all up. We're just setting it all up.
Okay.
Giles, what is the name of the city that this is near?
Oh, let's check here. Alfred Gamgee.
Alfred Gamgee?
Yep.
That's the name of the city?
Yeah. Or Alfred Gamgees.
Alfred?
Alfric.
Alfred, okay.
Yeah.
Alfred Gamgee.
I'm just using a random generator.
I thought you just named
awesome.
like a person.
Yeah.
Your full name.
Oh yeah, so yeah, that's like it's kind of like a fairly decently sized city. It's got like it's not like the capital or anything like that. It's just like a decent big sized city. There's some political meetings that go on there or whatever. And Duke Silvermane's kind of like one of the like big top guys in this area, and so that's why he's got this giant mansion a few miles away from town. And his daughter Lyria.
Lyria?
Lyria Silvermane is his daughter.
They have silver hair.
Cool.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. So the invitations went out like a while ago, and like the nicest, like super fancy, super awesome paper. Like his daughter's getting married, and he invites all in the land to come. Though it's like a big long invitation, and like it's heavily implied that like if you're looking to join the army, you should come, basically. Like it's a celebration in honor of the wedding, and like the rising power of. Oh, we should have names. All right, so Akula, what's the name of like the more tame side of this magocracy debate? Like the ones that like are more about like learning magic and not just getting it.
Say their lore is that Azazel gave them the knowledge they needed to begin this research. So they're called the Covenant of Azazel.
Cool.
A-Z-A-Z-E-L.
Yeah. Of Azazel.
Which,
So like Azazel's like Azazel like lit that first spark, and then now it's like more about learning kind of
yeah,
how magic work. Cool. Yeah. Wizardy side.
it's not clear if that lore has any truth to it. That's the
Right.
story.
Yeah, that's the story. But okay. Yeah. So that kind of actually. So, Chris, how about you give us a name for the side that's the more like dark magic-y? We should just get magic from places and not waste our time learning it when we can spend more time using it. Kind of people.
I am terrible at names.
Shout out to fantasynamegenerators.com.
Yeah.
Right.
If you want to, if you want to generate one, you can, or if you just want to throw some syllables together, feel free.
Right. My internet's slow. I can't get to the generator fast enough. So they are part of sort of country or whatever they choose to call it, is known as Ashryn. A-S-H-R-Y-N. Mm-hmm.
See, they understand that Ys are cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Or Locky side. Awesome. Yeah. So the invitation that went out was like, come celebrate the horrific event of my daughter getting married, and along with the honor of joining the Covenant of Azazel against the terrible Asherites and their hideous ways, because we're winning the war. And the invitation follows the similar theme as the wedding of like this whole party, in that it starts off kind of like, oh no, it's my daughter, but actually you should come and join the army and help me out in getting political prowess and crap.
Yeah. Do you think there was like a tournament being held too then for all the soldiers and stuff that he was recruiting?
Totally.
But then zombies.
Right.
Yeah, but zombies.
That's the real tournament.
But zombies.
Yeah. All right, it's street rules time. Fight the zombies.
We survived the initial outbreak so I imagine like there was this big kind of culmination to the event where everyone's in this grand hall and the guy is giving this speech and his daughter's up there, and then bam, she breaks a dark crystal or something, and a bunch of reverents come out of the ground and start biting people and infecting people.
So probably did one of you win the tournament, you think?
We're level 1 characters.
But you guys are special. Player characters are special in the world. There's only
let me roll for it.
Yeah, I think Sharkosi stood a pretty good chance in there. So
you want to roll
just like standard hack and slash, or?
Sure. I mean, you don't have to just say you won. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, there isn't a move that.
Yeah,
I just rolled strength
when I take part in a contest of combat. So I'm going to say that yes, one of you did win, or at least, excuse me, at least maybe got up like to high enough where it was going to be like a big enough deal. Actually, yeah. So, we start off like flashback to like 20 minutes ago. The parties come down like it's like a giant mansion, and then like the ball is like mainly taking place outside, where it's got like a giant tents and like areas set up, like huge tables for food, like a giant feast going on, and then there's the big huge ring set up for this tournament, and the prize is serious hand in marriage. And so down at the final, like down to the finals, is Akula and Shar, and he has you standing up on the stage. His daughter's like,
"Still think my sword's no good."
And so his daughter is like there on the stage, like kind of next to him, kind of behind him. Like she's supposed to be this, like the whole point of this, but she's still like.
I don't think Akula has any interest. He just wants to beat Shar.
Right, yeah, he's just like,
oh yeah,
fight, so, whatever. But yeah, like
conquest,
the
boys.
dude's making like a huge thing about it. Yeah, it's like saying stuff about like these great warriors have beaten off so many others, and now they will face each other for the hand of my lovely daughter. And he like gestures back at her, and like. She's not really trying hard to like fake being happy about this. She's just glaring at him. But he like doesn't even really look at her. He just knows she's there, so he gestures back to her, and then back to the people. And like, but we all know that this is not only a celebration for her, but for our people, the Covenant of Azazel. For we will win against the dreaded Ashranites and their terrible ways. And then like the crowd like, oh, yeah, totally, bro.
Patriotism.
And so then he so he like gestures forward for you guys to like move back down to the thing. But as he gestures forward, Lyria like kind of like storms up and like shoves him aside. And she like reaches into like a pouch and pulls out this like red, like really dark red crystal, like almost black, and it's like got like something moving inside of it. And she just like shouts, "For Ashrin!" and then just chucks it, and like it lands in the center of the like the center of this ring, and just kind of like sinks into the ground. And nothing happens for like a few seconds, but then like. The ground, like that was like just like the dirt and like some grass outside of the circle, like gray, like stuff just starts spreading out from the middle of the circle. And like when it starts like touching people, like their bodies just start like shaking a bunch, and then they like all like just people just start collapsing left and right. And now we like some kind of cut to right now. Y'all are surrounded by zombies.
Okay.
I want to hack my way. Well, can we actually start in the mansion, like board it up in a room so we can't just run to the city?
Well, you're a few miles
Well,
away.
the first thing I'm going to do is... Yeah.
I just think it'd be...
I'm going to...
We have to navigate the mansion rather than just, oh, there's a city, let's run there.
Well, like you can't really, like the city's like a few miles away. It's not just like straight line. There's a city.
Okay.
If we move 20 feet this way, we're going to be in the city and safe. And like there's like, and we can draw too if we want to.
Real quick. Yeah.
Huh?
Just where did you say we were at this point?
Kind of like there's like a stage or like with some stairs going down like towards the big ring, and you guys are kind of like at like the bottom of the stairs with like zombies like in a like a semicircle like walking towards you.
Yeah, I just want to cut my way out.
Cool. All right.
As far as possible.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Give me a hack and slash. What do you just gonna pull out your big axe and just start swinging?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Sweet.
First roll of the
Awesome.
campaign.
Yeah, totally. So
Goes well.
Or yeah, so
I want to. So can I just flavor text it, or
yeah, totally.
or do I need to roll damage to individual zombies?
Oh, excuse me. Roll your damage, and then you have. Let's see.
Half damage.
I have the axe, and it is close. Are you going to enter your rage?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So. Awesome.
So I get to just gain 3 rage powers.
Yeah, you gain 3 of your powers.
Oh
wait, no.
sorry,
On the templates, you get 4.
Let's go with forceful, so I can just knock them back really easily.
Yeah.
Run faster,
Mhm.
jump higher, so I can escape quicker. They don't probably feel fear, so there's no point in saying they fear me. Let's go with no pain and +1 armor. I don't feel any pain. And then immune to mind control in case that comes up, I guess. Yeah. Oh, I'm immune to fear and mind control. I mean, if zombies are spooky,
Cool.
That's good to have.
All right. Yeah. So you So describe yourself entering your rage and then demolishing a portion of these zombies.
Yeah, I mean, I think Akula just reacts instinctually. He doesn't even think like, "Oh, zombies, this is scary." He just immediately like rams his shield into one and starts hacking at them. And as he gets worked up, he's just hackling and demolishing them. Because he's also pretty fast. I don't know. Maybe he jumps over one. I don't know. He gets out of the fray pretty easily and quickly, though.
Yeah, cool.
I mean, he leaves a path for the rest of you, but he doesn't like stop and like wait for any of you because he's too caught up in the fight.
Right. Yeah. So the 3 of you just see Akula just not even taking a second to think about it. Like he just pulls off his axe and just charges through, like mauling apart zombies left and right. And like there's kind of a path through, but there's also zombies still. Like it's basically it's like there's like some people survived, but like yeah, pretty much like most of the party, like the people at this ball are now like zombieing at you. Because zombie is now a verb.
Verbing nouns.
What do you guys do? Oh, and I should also say, so there isn't like initiative in this. If you want to take an action, you just take an action.
Well, I try to stay as close behind him as I can. Just using my staff to keep any that come close, knocked away a little bit, and then try to fire my magic missiles at anything that's still left behind us that might catch up to us.
Okay, so you're gonna well, are you going to? Yeah, I guess since that's that'll be 2 moves. So would you like to shoot your magic missile, or would you like to like swing your staff?
Magic missile. Okay. Just because those are fun.
Gotcha.
Let's see. It's cool.
All right. Yeah, 10. Cool. Yep, spell successfully cast, and so yep, do your damage. Five. Okay, cool. So yeah, if you want to Would you like to target one of the ones that Akula already kind of weakened for you? Yeah. So like when he like carved his way through, like he like hit a ton of them and just basically like swinging his axe in wide arcs around him, and a lot like there's guts and like there's gross like gray brownish blood. Like it was red, but now it's like this weird ichor kind of color that's just like spewing out everywhere. It's like slicking the ground a little bit. But yeah, and zombies are like they're not they're not quite dead again, but they're like definitely weakened, and you zap one of them with a missile that was coming towards you, and it like its head gets knocked off and it kind of like falls back. Yeah, so you're kind of moving up. So yeah, Shar and Cress, you're kind of like the path. Akula carved this path, and Giles kind of took off and fired a missile. The zombies are still kind of closing in and starting to like that path is closing back up. What do the two of you do? Kind of, yeah. Like it was like a stage, like kind of like going back, and like there was the ring in front of it, and you guys are kind of at the bottom, and the zombies are kind of coming towards you, like towards this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Bam. Alrighty. Yeah, so yeah, you make your like just guttural scream that echoes out into this like open area, and like all the zombies that were like kind of shambling, like some were shambling towards Giles, some were shambling towards Cress. They all just kind of like look up at you, and then like their arms slowly just come in your direction. They start moving towards you. But yeah, Cress, they're like they're still kind of in your way, but they're like pretty much ignoring you. Mm-hmm. What are you doing? Get to the mansion. Cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Cool. Ooh. Okay. So it's move time. Yes, mark XP. Yes. When you fail, you learn by doing and you learn by failing in this game. So you get mark experience whenever you fail a roll. So you kind of moved out into the fray of all these zombies that are they're all shambling towards Shar, and Maria was kind of like flying above, like circling. One of the zombies, like as you're kind of like looking away, and one of the zombies like as it's like moving towards Shar, but it's looking up, and so it just doesn't see you, and it's about to just walk at you, and like its like gross claws are like almost like gonna hit you, and Maria like swoops down and like nails it in the face, but then it like grabs Maria and like falls to the ground with her. What do you do? I believe it has the far tag. Does it say it has the far? Or oh, okay. I actually think that's okay. Let me double check what the near tag is, just so I can. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Totally. Yeah. As long as you can, it's basically like if you can see the whites of their eyes is what the near range is. So yeah, you can like kind of like take it like maybe like a step back and like shoot. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Your volley. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so as you like pull a like you go to fire, another zombie is like kind of like moving behind you, and as you like kind of step like to like get into your firing stance, it like kind of like knocks into you, and like its arm kind of like collides with yours as you're reaching for your arrows, and like a few of them tumble out. So mark one of your ammo gone, and so Akula, I'm going to ask you, do you even notice that Cress's eagle has been captured by one of these zombies, or are you just still swinging right and left? Right. Yeah. So you're still like, so at this point, you're still like in the horde. Basically, you're like carving your way, but you're not free yet. Yeah. You're maybe like 5 feet ahead of like them, pretty much, with like a slow, like a kind of wake of space behind you as you're like carving your way through. But yeah, like behind you, Maria was just like grabbed by a zombie, and you're like still swinging. If you're still carving way through, would you like to attack again? Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Until the fight ends, and then until like when you do an action that doesn't involve when you do an action that doesn't involve strength or con, you lose one of the powers. Yep. Yeah. Cool. Yes. Mm-hmm. Right. Yep. So yeah, you're kind of there's a few more around now that you're like kind of in the middle of the horde. There's a few more around you, so you're still like swinging and like hitting a lot of them, but like doing a little bit less to each one as you're like hitting them. Yeah, you're still like hitting like basically like a swinging around in an arc around you, hitting a ton of zombies all at once. With that, okay, cool. So Shar, like basically this horde is now like pretty close to you, and they're all like basically all of the zombies' eyes, or what's left of them, are like just staring at you, and they look hungry. Right? Yeah, like they're still like the she's kind of like still like maybe like 10 or 15 or so feet like into the horde, but yeah, like basically most of them are like kind of coming up towards you, and it's a decently sized crowd, maybe like 30 or so of them. Yeah, yeah. Yes. And you definitely have their attention. Totally. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool. Alrighty. Sounds like hack and slash to me. Oh, you're okay. Yeah, sure. Totally. Absolutely. Yeah, sure. So to get to her, I'll say, yeah, you'll need to like there's still like basically zombies between you and her. So to get to her, you'll need to get through them. But once you're like near her, you can definitely defend her. Oh, sorry. I forgot to mention. In Roll20, if you go to the handouts, which is like the third tab with your character sheets, there's a basic moves and a special moves handout that you should be able to see. Cool. Yeah. So if you need to reference the moves, they are there. Okay. I don't know. Would you consider like getting through a bunch of zombies, like beating a bunch of these just zombies, a conquest? Uh, right. Yeah. I don't think it's. I would say it would be more maybe if your appetite was fame and glory, then yeah. Yeah. Cool. All right. Yeah. So if you're just gonna like shoulder your way and charge up through these zombies, cool. Yep. That's definitely sounds like enduring. Oh, flash hour. Awesome. Yes, you have. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. So you just like kind of like hunker down and just roadie run through zombies, like shoving them out of your way. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not like hitting them, just basically just forcing your way through them. And yeah, now you're kind of up close to Cress. Yep, that's another Constitution roll. Alrighty, that is a 9. Yes, and you can spend your hold to basically do actions that would defend her. Yep. Yep, and those effects are on the sheet. Cool. Giles, since you are still what do you the wake of space that's kind of being left by Akula is like moving, like kind of moving up behind him, and like as the space is going, like zombies are slowly like closing in on the space. So what are you doing right now? Mm-hmm. Cool. Awesome. Yep. Cool. Yeah, so you fire your magic missile. What does it look like when you cast your magic, by the way? I forgot to ask before. Sweet. Cool. Awesome. Let's see. I forget. The magic missile just targets is like one target, right? Or does it is it more than one? I forget now. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you fire it off towards them, and oh wow. Yeah. So yeah, you fire off your magic missile at this group of zombies, and one of them was like that was like kind of like shambling towards both, like kind of shambling towards Shar, but kind of also like towards you at the same time. It knocks him in the face, and he like kind of like his head like his neck just goes like as it like turns around, and he like kind of collapses, and he like the zombie just like falls back.
I just start laughing at the zombie.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's there's a little space in front of you if you want to move or do whatever you would like to do.
Yeah, I want to move into that space, aiming myself to try to get closer to the exit, but still stay clear to take shots at him as I'm leaving.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Check my notes for a second. Oh, there you are. Yeah. So from like behind this, from like kind of behind the stage, like it was like a pretty elaborate setup. Like it's not just like a flat stage with some stairs. It like had the whole like curtains behind it and like a thing up there. Like there may have been something planned for it later. Maybe there was gonna be like a play or something, but now definitely that's not gonna happen. But yeah, like kind of like from like behind it, like out onto the stage. Lyria walks out, and she is not wearing what she was before. Like before, it was like a generic, like kind of like medieval looking like gown kind of thing. Now it's like there's like parts of it there, but it looks like the whole like bottom gown thing was like torn off, and like now it's kind of like a different looking like dress in a way. Like it was like torn and like stuff added to it. And now it's like a dark, like almost armor kind of looking thing. Like there's like some spikes on it, and like she's got like this odd looking like headdress kind of thing. It's like a black like kind of like a black spike in the back, and then it kind of comes around like and like does a thing down her face, and she just kind of stands out on the like on the stage and just like grinning like a creepy wild mad grin, and is watching the carnage take place in front of her. And so the horde is still kind of, so Akula is like making his way out. Akula's almost like to the edge of this horde, and the rest of you are kind of still in it. So what are you guys doing now?
Well, Maria is still in zombie grasp. Is that
Yes.
Is that the case? Okay.
Yes.
So
it's kind of like the zombies are kind of on the ground and was like starting to realize what's happening, and he like looks and sees like the eagle that's in his hand, and looks and he like his mouth opens up and like this gross drool and like saliva kind of drips out, and he like starts to like lean his head forward towards Maria.
Okay. So as Shar moves up, I'm kind of able to, get away from the zombie who was right on my back, and so I line up to take another shot. And at the same time, Maria starts. She's a very large eagle. She starts like flapping her wings and buffeting the zombie about the face.
Yeah,
so
cool.
her attack is going to aid me.
Yeah.
Hope. All
Definitely.
right, so this is going to be +2. So that's actually 9. Because I'm adding her ferocity.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Cool. All right. So if you look at the basic moves, you get to, on a volley with a 7 to 9, you basically get to choose one of the consequences in there. So you can decide which one you choose. You have to move to get the shot placing. You are in danger of the GM's choice. You should take what you can get, minus 1d6 damage, or you have to take several shots, reducing your ammo by 1.
Okay. I'm going to take what I can get. Mostly I just want to distract this thing enough so Maria can get away.
Yeah, sure. Awesome. So, all right, yeah, so then roll your damage, and then another d6, and subtract that from it. Cool.
So 6.
Yeah. So yeah, so all of these ones that are like around you guys are like generally are the ones that like Akula has been like hitting, and so they're all like fairly weakened. So as you shoot your bow, and it just goes into its head, and then whatever power brain stuff was keeping it alive, it just like kind of collapse over, and like its arm like turns around, like lets go of Maria, and she's able to like get out and like take off again, and kind of get out of harm's way for the moment. And
all right, so I turn to Shar and like, let's get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
He tells you just lead the way. I'll keep him up, and he's gonna like back off, right? And maybe like we back our way out of it.
Okay. Yes, I'm trying to find the best way.
Are they like they're like mostly behind us, right? Because there was like a big crowd around me, and I kind of charged through to her.
Yeah, so like it's kind of changed now. So there's like maybe like a thin wave like in front of you, and then most of the horde is like behind you, like more towards the stage. They're all still kind of facing you. You're kind of like in the middle of the circle, but you're like near the edge of the circle. The three of you are, and Akula's like basically like it's like a couple zombies between him and like being outside of it.
Yeah, I definitely try to just.
I'm trying to get to Shar.
Stay most towards the horde, and I probably just slash at them a lot as we make our way out.
Cool.
Just constantly just swinging and trying to get people.
Gotcha. Do your
close.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Give me a hack and slash then.
Yeah, I am. If I were to describe this action fictionally, I would say he is hacking and
Absolutely.
He is slashing.
He is both hacking and slashing.
Yeah. Let me just get in here. Wow, I rolled poorly, but I still hit the 7.
7. Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, but you're like do your damage.
Yeah, damage. And this is going to be +3. So I get +1 for my sword and +2 for the move I did at this time. So.
Yep. 10, nice. Yeah, so you're like cutting through, like you're just like swinging your sword, and it's just like getting at like Akula had like hit them with a bunch of stuff before, and so you're just like kind of getting at like the weak points he got before, and just like chopping up zombies left and right. Because you're also forceful and messy, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. So basically, the paths that you and Akula are making basically look the same. Just pieces of zombie blood, like that weird grayish, brownish blood that's like just leaking out. Like it's like kind of like the grass that was around here is now like dead and like shriveled and just replaced with this like tiny layer of like weird zombie blood. But yeah, you're like getting a path through them. But as you're going, kind of like you're like getting a couple, like there's like a little group of them, and like, as you're getting at those, one comes up from behind you and like it's like they're all of them, like when the zombie stuff like affected them, like it like made their fingernails like sharpen and like grow out and get all gross and yellow. And so as it comes up, it like just nails, like slams its like hand into your like the back of your neck and just like digs. And so would you please roll a d6?
Yeah, so real quick, as kind of like a rules clarification, I still have the hold for defending, and I can definitely apply it now. What I want to know is, can I apply it after I roll the damage? I'm just not sure. Or should I say before I see if I do take 6 damage or 1 damage?
Yeah, roll the damage, and then we'll have it from there.
Okay. I don't know if I necessarily want to, so I'm just asking if I can, after the fact, half it. But...
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you said 1d6?
Mm-hmm.
6. So yeah, I'd probably half that.
Cool. All right, yeah. So yeah, you it like reaches down and tries to like claws at your neck, but like it only gets like probably only its thumb like hits you, and then like kind of instinctually you like shove it back. And so it like got a little bit of a scratch at your neck, so you take 3.
And then that gets reduced by armor, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so I have 1 armor, so that'll be 2 damage.
Gotcha. Alrighty.
And I've been kind of trying to watch his back, so I'm going to try to pick this one off.
Okay. Yeah. He's like basically like since he has oh jeez.
XP.
Yep, Mark.
You're gonna be level 2.
A lot of experience. So yeah, so you kind of reach out and like there's still like a good number of zombies around here, so they're like it's kind of hard for you to like get a good spot to fire off an arrow, and so like the ones you do fire like kind of go wild a little bit. And as you are like firing them off, and like all these are kind of starting to close in more on you. One of the zombies like kind of like shakes his head and looks down and back up at Giles, and like starts to rush at you, Giles. Like, and it's like in your face, like with its weird, gross claws, like coming right at you.
I immediately just tried to pull my staff up and knock him back.
Okay.
And let's see. Guess that would be a defend roll plus con.
That sounds more like hack and slash, because defend is when you're standing like in defense of something.
Perfect. Even worse.
If you have a good since it's the first session, we're kind of all still getting things figured out. You can also do like. Okay, yeah, that worked. So you're good though. But yeah, you can like if your dex was better, you could defy danger and like kind of like slip out of the way, or like.
Yeah, this will work.
Okay. Yep. So, what is your damage?
D4. So.
Gotcha.
Nailed it.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. So you just like your staff just comes up and like smashes like kind of like caves in its face a little bit. Like you just got like a perfect hit right like in like the like right under its nose and like caves it in, and you just like kind of knock it off and like drops backward. Yeah, it was like one of the ones that's been hit a few times by everybody else too. So like you did enough damage to take it out just with your like final smash into its face. Akula, you are like you kind of like get your way through like the edge of this circle, and so you're pretty much out of the horde. Like there's still a bunch of them here, but you're like on the edge, of it. So what are you gonna do?
I'm not even going to bother trying to kill any of them at this point. I just want to defy danger to get out using strength and just going to power through. And I've got the forceful and all those other tags now, so I'm hoping I can just blast through them. 8.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah, cool. Something here, and then so you get through. Yeah, you with your axe, you're like just pushing it forward and shoving your way through the rest of these zombies. One of them, like their gross claw hand comes up and like slashes and kind of hits your bag, and something falls out. What falls out?
Adventuring gear. One use of adventuring gear. A rope.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it like slashes and like kind of it's like long, gross finger, like kind of claws into the bag and pulls out, and it like looped into the rope, and so it just starts pulling out a rope, and it's just like kind of confused, and so it just keeps pulling.
Yeah.
And so yeah, but it's like you're moving away, and it's pulling the rope, and so yeah, mark one of your gear uses, but you're out of the zombies now.
Okay. Yeah, I just keep moving.
Okay.
I don't wait after everyone
and
else.
The three of you that are still kind of in the horde, you're maybe like, yeah, still the majority of it is still kind of behind you, and so there's like maybe 10 or so like in front of you, between you, like you see Akula kind of like on the edge of it, like moving. Are you moving towards the mansion or like in a different way?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm heading towards the road, like back towards town.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you're probably just going like around the mansion or something. It's like I assume like the road kind of goes up mansion and then like backyard, big acreage thing is where this is. So you're like you see him like going like in that direction back to where the road would be, and there's maybe like 10 or so zombies like kind of in between you, and there's still like a maybe like another 10 like just around you. It's still kind of like a misshapen weird circle that are still kind of in your general area. So what are the three of you gonna do?
Yeah. Do we want to take a break? I'm not sure what we're planning on.
If you guys want to take a break, I saw we were kind of over the time for a break, so I was gonna wait until see if you guys wanted to. Yeah, sure.
I'm not quite sure what our plans were for that.
Cool. All right. Yep. I'll put on a few minutes for the timer, and we shall be back soon. Thank any of you for watching, and please stay because we're having a lot of fun, and I hope you guys are too.
Fun is mandatory.
That's right.